Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'm sharing another layout with you in my traveler's notebook, and this layout will be a currently list for my grandson. Now in my last traveler's notebook layout I did my August currently list, and I'll go ahead and link that below if you want to take a look. But I thought, why not do one for my grandson? He's 6 years old, he's about to enter first grade, and I will love to look back on this layout one day and just remember, all the things he used to enjoy. So there'll be lots of stamping, and I'll also be using my Distress Oxide ink pads today. So I hope you guys stick around to see how this layout comes together. And I messed up just a little bit towards the end, but I'll show you guys how I fixed it. And I will also have close-up photos of this layout towards the end of the video. So I went ahead and grabbed two of my Distress Oxide ink pads in the colors Broken China and Fossilized Amber. And I begin by applying the Broken China using my blending tool. And once I'm done applying that color, I'll go ahead and apply the Fossilized Amber as well. Now once both colors blended together, I got this shade of green you're seeing right now. So here you can see me using that stencil that came in my traveler's notebook kit that I'm using today. And I'm using it along with a wet baby wipes just to lift some of the color off the background. And it will give me that pattern of that stencil. Now, if you have any questions at all about any of the items that I used today, please go ahead and ask in the comments below. And next I'll begin on my stamping. So I'll be using the word currently from this stamp set from Studio Calico, and this stamp set is called Never Stop Exploring. And I will also grab 3 of the circle stamps from this Ink Road stamp set as well. I wanted to create a nice clean border towards the left of my layout, and I will do some repeat stamping. So I added a bit of washi tape to that side so it will be nice and clean. I'll have a nice clean line. So there I grabbed my Distress Oxide ink pad in the color Black Soot, and I'll start by stamping this scribbly circle. So next I'll be using that solid circle stamp, and at first you'll see me grab that Broken China, but I'll go ahead and use the Faded Jeans instead, the color Faded Jeans. And there I begin stamping, but that side of my traveler's notebook, there are layouts behind that page. So with the embellishments and so on, it's not very flat, so I was having a hard time getting a clear image once I began stamping. I did try using that stamping pad and it didn't help that much, but I ended up just using my fingers and pushing the paper up against the stamp, and that way I was able to get a clear image. And I had to do the same with most of the stamps I used on this side of my layout. So here I use the word currently, and I am using the ink pad in the color Broken China. And I'm just randomly adding that word to my border. So next I'll go ahead and stamp that word again, but this time using my black archival ink pad. And I'll just stamp it one more time just so that it shows up a little bit more. And next I carefully remove the washi tape because it was pulling up the paper just a tiny bit. So once I was finished working on my border, I added some pattern paper to the right side of my layout, and that's where I'll record the currently lists. And I also added a header using that same stamp currently. And I added it using the black archival ink pad. I also used some heart stamps from the Ink Road stamp set. And I sprinkled those hearts around my title and as well as the bottom of my layout. I went ahead and matted those two photos using that same pattern paper, and there you can see me adhering that to my background. So here I begin working on my list's title, and I'll be using the circle stamp from the Ink Road stamp set, and you can see I added a little bit of thin washi, and you'll see why in just a few moments. But I go ahead and stamp those circle stamps over the washi and leaving the washi sort of in the middle of the stamp. And next I'll pull the washi up, that way I'll have that little white space in between to add my title. And then I go ahead and stamp my titles. Now those titles are from a currently stamp set from Ellie's Studio, and they'll be using the Faded Jeans oxide ink pad to stamp the titles. Now the titles would say eating, watching, enjoying, and the last one would say today. So if you're already a current subscriber, I want to say thank you for subscribing and thanks for coming back and watching more of my videos. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, have a look around my channel, and if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button, and that way you won't miss out on any new videos, and you'll also be helping me reach my 1,000 subscriber goal. So here I will begin embellishing just a little bit on my layout, and I'm adding these puffy stickers. One says happy and the other one would be a lemon slice, and these are from the Pink Fresh Studios collection, Sweet and Simple. And then I'll add another one to the photos, and it says joyful. Next, I'll go ahead and add some word phrases around my photos and to the bottom of my page. So these photos were taken the same day that I'm doing this layout, and my grandson on this day went to the meet and greet at his school, and his teacher had these really cool sunglasses for the kids that attended. So he was so excited when he put them on. I just had to take a few photos of him, and I thought these would be perfect snapshots for his currently list, since a lot of his personality can be seen in these photos. He's always so happy and excited all the time, and I'm so happy I decided to do this layout for him today, and I'll definitely continue this going forward. So here I'm just finishing up embellishing, and then I'll begin working on the journaling part of this layout. So I'll go ahead and read you guys exactly how I wrote his journaling. The first one says, eating my favorite mac and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches. The second one says, watching Thomas and Friends, Minions, and I love the movie Turbo. The third one says, enjoying my trains and all my minions, especially Kevin. And the last one says, today I went to meet and greet at school and saw a lot of my friends. I was so excited. I do need to go back in and just add the exact date to my layout, but that will complete the journaling part. And then I ended up doing some more stamping. I stamped a little bit in between the journaling, the lists, and I added some more all around my page. But I really do love how this layout turned out. So after adding so many hearts, my title, I felt like it needed to say currently loving. And I went ahead and used a stamp from the Ellie Studio stamp set that says loving. And I used the Distress Oxide ink pad in the color Black Soot. And you'll see coming up next, I stamped it out 4 times. But the very first time I stamped it, I double stamped it and it was just not looking good at all. It did not line up properly. So to fix that, I created a label using that pattern paper like I used on the rest of the layout, and I really loved the difference that it made. And I feel like it made that title stand out a lot more than just being stamped on the background. I added some yellow and white twine to the label, and I just stamped the word loving just once, but I also added some more hearts on the label. That way it blended in with the rest of the layout. So here are close-up photos of this layout, and I do love how it turned out. And I want to thank you guys for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And until my next video, bye.